the streets on my back. Carry it like I'm moving the. I told him the hunter, like he trying to move it up. It was like 11 in the morning, skipping school, that's a truancy about it. I made me sleep rest in the morning.
All right, Coach, first opened back in 2017. There's a look at the gleaming new Mercedes-Benz Stadium in downtown Atlanta. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Atlanta Falcons. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll get this just up past the 20, but a marker is down. Let's get the call. Yeah, this is going to put them back with a not great field position.
So they really got zero benefit at all, right? Sometimes you can absorb a penalty when you get a big return. Then the penalty brings it back, but you still have great field position. As you pointed out, not in this case.
Play fake here on first down. And just shutting him off there. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Now a first carry for Donnell Pumphrey. Space to maneuver at the 40 as they finally wrangle him in at the 48. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. Well, no slow start here. A couple nice chunk plays back-to-back.
I love the momentum that they're showing here early because they did it both ways, right? Threw the ball on first down for a nice chunk of yardage. Came right back and ran the ball. Looks like they've got the defense set back on their heels. Let's see if they can keep this moving.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Right back to him on first down. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And the Falcons say they have it. They do. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. Didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Now, they had stopped him for a loss on the run anyway, so they'll decline that.
It's almost a good psychological advantage, isn't it? You created a penalty, and you still couldn't gain yards against us. No way we need to take that one.
Detroit! Detroit! Hurry up, here we go!
They'll look to throw. And he finds a man with a crossing route. A gain of 32 that time.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
And with the play clock reading 4, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. First down, this is McCaffrey. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
On play action, they'll throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. Really in a hole here, 3rd and 17, following the 2 negative plays. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And it is caught right at the 10-yard line. And they move this all the way down to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. A first chance in the red zone for the Falcons now. They're looking at a 1st and goal from about the 9.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. And the ball situated at the 9, 2nd and goal.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Now back to throw. This will be caught at about the 5. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a 3rd and goal. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here.
Here we go now. 3-19.
They're going to look to throw. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Charles, that makes now 5 interceptions and not even 5 quarters. Remember, he threw 4 picks last week.
And this turns into a tough situation because a lot of fans, the first thing is, oh, well, we need to change quarterbacks. This is your guy. This is your elite player. You can't just take him out like that. If I'm the coach, I make a little joke and say, you know, some big guy, we're going to change the football. So it's obvious that's the problem. It's not you. Keep firing.
From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. And he is not going to get away. The rush was too strong, and this is going to wind up a safety. Well, we thought these two defenses, they might come to play. One has already come to play here, a safety for the opening points of the game.
Brandon, let's file this play away because if it turns out to be a tight game, who knows? This could wind up being the difference.
Atlanta now coming out on the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Throwing right, and that's complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A gain of 39 that time. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Four down, check, four down. Leopard!
They go play action here on 1st down. They'll roll him out right. And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season open opponent. And they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. Ended up having a pretty deep...
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But the Falcons were able to recover, so they will keep possession.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And it is caught right at the 10-yard line. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards. This quarterback now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10.
Set! 3-19! 3-19!
Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, it's the Falcons in possession to begin quarter number 2, and they've got it here with a 1st down.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
Back to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Mills. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
They start on the ground with Pumphrey. And he'll find some space up to about the 25. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs. It's Pumphrey on the toss. He finds an opening past the 40. A big play that time for Tampa Bay. 57 yards. So a big carry there, maybe trying to atone for that fumble he had earlier in this one.
Yeah, I know every coach always tells you, shake it off, let it go. You know it's in your head. You want to make up for it, and he did exactly that on that play.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39, Green 39.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Right side caught by Jackson. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. As his guys are in for 6. And the Bucs are able to strike for 6. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. Bailey now to kick this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Now the Falcons offense, they get ready to head back out here. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. A very solid gain of 27.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. On first down, he'll drop to throw. His throw incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
So now 3rd and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And down he goes. A Buccaneer sack. Chandler Jones in there to get him for a loss of 9, and that'll lead to 4th down. So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. Now the Buccaneers offense gets ready to head back onto the field. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. It doesn't matter where you start with the football now. They have to feel great about their opportunity.
All right, here we go. Boom, landing.
Throwing on 1st down. Willis. And he will score. Touchdown, Falcons. Short throw, pick 6 right there, those linebackers. They love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
McManus's point after is good, and the lead is now 2. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Now the Buccaneer offense gets set to take over. They begin the drive with Pumphrey. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. The 20, 10, touchdown, Tampa Bay. A great play there. 76 yards. And the Bucs get the quick strike touchdown. And with that carry, he's already over 100 yards here in the first half.
And, partner, you know exactly what he's saying to his teammates right now, right? Especially to the play caller.
Give me the ball.
Again, and again,
and again.
And again. It's not that heavy, sir. I'll take it.
Bailey got the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Bailey now to kick this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here on first down. Rolling to his right. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
I think the last two plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy, because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those two that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Two minutes to go here in the first half. We're back to Atlanta right after this timeout.
Here we go now.
They'll look to throw here. Going up top. And that's caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. A big-time play there for the Falcons. 53 yards. So it's first and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
Back to throw here. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. In for the score. And the Falcons are in for 6. And it was a tight window. He knew he had to rocket that thing in there. He got it done.
And when you're able to complete one like that, your confidence has to just go sky high. You just mentioned it. Tight window. Zings it in there despite excellent coverage. Result, touchdown.
McManus now for the extra point. Extra point from McManus is good. And a lead is now 2. Now McManus on to kick this one off. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. So out come the Bucs now. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description, because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down.
Over! Detroit!
Back to throw. Willis. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
And a little bit of good fortune there. He wasn't able to get it back, but he did have a teammate on the spot able to retain possession for them.
After the sack, they'll come up now, 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Here we go now. Blue 90.
Instead, they go empty backfield as they'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. Well, shame on them, Coach Davis. They went against your advice. They threw the football, and now they're backed up to punt this away.
They're actually fortunate. They went against my advice, but they didn't turn it over, right? No takeaway for the defense. They'll punt it now. They probably could have gained a few yards if they ran it, though, and helped out with field position.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Take it at the 37. Well, that looked for a second like he might take it all the way, but as it stands, it's still a massive return. And this offense set up with a very short field. 1st and 10 inside the 20.
Now let's go. 3-19. 3-19. Watch him now, Barney. Barney.
Back to throw now on 1st down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But the Falcons were able to recover, so they will keep possession. But call it luck or skill, whatever the case is, they're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you retain possession.
Rush coming, and he's taken down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19.
He'll look to throw. He's going to air one out. And then he's caught. Touchdown, Falcons. As his guys are in for 6. And the Falcons will extend their lead. And just before the half ends, the prayer is answered defensively. A disaster there.
I know often we're surprised when this actually works. I mean, the excitement level goes way up, but maybe we shouldn't be, because I know as a defender, you've got to play the ball in this situation, but you can't interfere with the receiver because, remember, it's a spot foul, and it'd be 1st and goal if it happens in the end zone, and you don't want to give up that play. And that little bit of hesitancy often works really well for offensive guys.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. So we are at halftime here in Atlanta with the Falcons out in front. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told, as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace, because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Looking to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Griffith. And down he'll go at the 25. 17 yards to pick up there.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays, because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage, as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage, because man coverage, they're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run. and just lost track, and it cost him.
So the delay of game penalty backs him up. It's now 2nd and 7. They'll set up a throw. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. The Falcons on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9.
Here we go now. Green.
They'll set up to throw. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands. Guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you go make a play on the football.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. It's taken to the 26. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. Here comes the Buccaneers offense. They get their first reps of the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance really to set the tone here in quarter 3.
They can really take charge, can't they? And this is probably how it was drawn up at the half. I think we can go inside the locker room, all right? And I think we would see up on the grease boards.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. A rough couple of weeks for the man under center. 5 sacks last week, 4 now this week. Do you try to design some quicker developing plays if you're an offensive coordinator?
I think you do that. I think you also change his launch point at times. In other words, move your pocket to the right, to the left, roll him out, bootleg him. Do some different things so they can't just rely on the fact that he's going to take 3 to 5 steps back in the pocket and line up and throw the football.
Yeah, current formula is not working right now. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Here we go now. Boom, landed.
Looking to throw. Willis. Throw right side, taken in by Godwin. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. Here comes the Buccaneers punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. This is taken at the 18. A great return there of 22 yards. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. So out come the Falcons now. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. On the crossing route, complete. It's Griffin. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A really good pickup of 28 yards. This quarterback now over 300 yards now for the game, and time to improve on that as he's got a 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. He's going to air one out. So they took a shot on 1st down but couldn't connect.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39. Hot.
On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. He makes a wonderful play there off the corner, protecting his side of the field.
Oh, that reminds me of the great defenses of old, doesn't it? The Pittsburgh Steelers steel curtain. They would not let you get on the field if you could only do one thing. You had to be a complete guy, and you had to be able to tackle.
Now, I know I've said this before, but you know I wasn't alive when the steel curtain was playing. I know them, but I just want to let you know I wasn't alive.
I'm going to keep peppering that in there, and one of these days you're going to think that you were.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Carl Joseph. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. That is now 7 interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys to scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct them.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. On the run, it's Pumphrey. And a short pickup there as he'll take this up to right around the 20. He only got a couple on that one, so not a ton of help. They'll have a 3rd and 8 forthcoming. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Here we go now. Blue landed.
On 3rd down, Willis. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And taken right on the 30. A terrific return there. 27 yards all told. And the Falcons are set up well to begin their drive as it'll begin in enemy territory already. And here now come the Falcons. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Falcons. A big play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Falcons will add on to their lead. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, second half, no matter what. Whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
And he gets halfway there, down to the 1-yard line. Now McManus on to kick this one off. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. And the Buccaneers getting ready to go as they take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for. And that's caught inside the 35. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21. They've been struggling in the passing game. Do you like the aggressiveness there? I mean, it worked on that play, but do you like it?
I do, because a lot of the time you're struggling because your passing lanes are clogged. That usually happens when you're throwing the ball underneath. People start to press up on you. Push them deep. Find some space and open things up again. Being aggressive there, I think, will pay off for them.
Back to throw. Willis. And his throw here is incomplete.
It's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker, because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Looking to throw. Willis throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. He's going to be out of bounds on what's going to wind up being the final play of quarter number 3. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll run it now out of the gun. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and goal. From the gun, Willis. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. You got to think this is likely 4-down territory anyway, but they'll try to punch it in now on 3rd and goal.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39. Watch it now, Barney. Gun.
Operating from the gun. Willis. And it'll be intercepted. Snags it for the pick. And the return won't go anywhere. They'll be back deep in their own territory at the 2-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games. And now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
Back to throw now in his own end zone. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And this one will be taken up. They'll spot it right at the 7. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Now a play fake here on first down. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people pointed out to me, it's a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers. Steps away to his left. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
Well, to me, this leads to the question, do you admire the way he puts his body out there all the time, or do you think he should protect himself a little bit more?
Well, he's been on the ground several times with all those sacks that he's taken. So, I don't know, I kind of admire him not sliding down there, don't you?
I'm with you on that one. The meter definitely leans towards admiration.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. He sets the fire deep. This is caught inside the 15. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. A big play there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Falcons will extend their lead. Now McManus for the extra point. McManus's point after is good. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. Now McManus on to kick this one off. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Again, it's Pumphrey. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
The Bucs on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. From the gun, Willis. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. On 1st and 10, Willis. Throw left side complete. That's Shepard. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
If he's their best threat on offense, use your #1 cover guy on defense. It doesn't matter about size.
The pressure up the middle, and down he goes. J.J. Watt in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. The Bucs on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This is 3rd down and 12. Time for a break. We'll come back and wrap up garbage time after this. To throw on 3rd down. Willis. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
Well, these guys want to do something positive as this game approaches its end, but after giving up back-to-back sacks, it's really been more indicative of how the game has gone for them.
Here comes the Buccaneers punter now. He's been terrific so far. And look at this. It's a fake. But he will not make the 1st down marker. And that'll be a turnover on downs. It's such a risky play there to fake it. You're either the hero or the GOAT. Here they're going to be the GOAT.
Unfortunate, too, because you know they thought they had something there. They don't call it just to call it. They don't just say, oh, what the heck, let's go ahead and fake it here. They feel like they've got something on. They've got the defense in the right spot. Just unsuccessful in that opportunity.
Pitching it out to McCaffrey. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Inside the red zone, and that means don't come away from there with anything less than 3 points, but everyone's thinking about 6. They're trying to get to the end zone. They decide to run a toss. Big people up front being mobile and moving, and a running back trying to follow behind them to find yardage, and that's exactly what he did.
This will be caught at about the 5. And he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. Through an opening, and there he goes. He's at the 40. Past the 20. 10. And it's a defensive return for a late touchdown. So they still need somewhat of a miracle here, but at least that gets them a little bit closer. So hold the phone here, Charles. I'd kind of written them off, but after that touchdown, it's certainly a long way still to go, but stranger things have happened.
Well, when you're going to have big second-half comebacks, plays like that have to be involved.
Here we go now.
Following the fumble recovery, Willis. And he's got it. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And a good job here by the Falcons. Their hands team able to recover it. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. On play action, they'll throw. Now he'll let it go deep down the left sideline. And they went for a big play through the air on 2nd down. Couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd. Despite the lead here in the 4th, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all. And to me, it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead? Or do you try and extend it because you always feel like the other team can come back?
Extend it. Have some fun. The Falcons on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Set! Green 39! Green 39!
Now back to throw. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a 1st down. A big gain there, and that should certainly be enough to put this one in the win column.
Hurry up, here we go! Blue 90! Blue 90!
They're going to look to throw. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. A big pickup there, and without question, that should be more than enough to wrap this one up. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal.
4 down, 4 down. Here we go now. 319! 319!
They'll look to throw. And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. Now the Buccaneers go ahead and take another timeout as they'll stop him with 13 seconds left to play. Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line.
Hurry up, here we go. 319! 319!
Back to throw. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. And whistles, and they take their final timeout with 7 seconds left.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal.
Detroit! Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And they just took a timeout with 2 seconds to go. This one obviously decided. Not sure they needed to take it, but we'll take it with them. The Falcons in victory formation as they take a knee. So they'll trudge off the field with a bitter taste in their mouths after that failed 4th down conversion.
Yeah, there'll be a lot of analysis there on the sidelines. Was it the right call? Was it against the right defense? Should they have even gone for it at all? Will that change what they do going forward in this game? A lot of questions to be answered by them. The defense doesn't really care. They're like, bring it on again. We'll stop you the next time, too.
They run with Pumphrey. And he'll take this for a short gain on what will prove to be the final play of this ball game. Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it. And they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. But they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points, even if you win a game, that can hurt you.
So for the Falcons, the win means they'll finish the first half at a respectable